Don't be uncommon to me. There's no distance in between us. So I'm gonna let the rain pour. Be all you need. Sound to get out of the end. But it's raining more than ever. Know that we'll still have each other. Stand under my umbrella. Stand under my umbrella.
Wait, Barat, are we pulling up Maya and Lane? Like, what's going on over here? Ah, Lane, how are you?
Hey, how are you guys?
I'm good, good. So, thank you all. And Maya, you just have to hop on, Maya. Just jump up. So, wow, 271 today, and I got to tell you all, this is so exciting to us. We are what 10 days into this Discord channel. We're at 5,600 people. We're beginning to really see this community come together. Some consistent presence, some consistent voices, and I mean, boy, like we have learned so much, and hopefully you've seen us evolve so much, in such a short period of time. Maya, I think you're in the tunnel or something. Can you put yourself on mute for a second? First and foremost, I just wanted to say thank you all. Second, on a very funny or not so funny note, this is going to be a shortened town hall. No Bernard, no special guest, but Barat will work on his DJ skills. I love this. No, what the fuck? No special guest. BKC Mark. No, we will have special guests eventually. But today's going to be a shortened town hall simply because the next meeting that we have internally is a resourcing meeting for specifically timepieces, and so we want to make sure that we are really beginning to put just so much behind this initiative as we get this going and really see it taking off and whatnot. And as we sit in these meetings internally, and it's not just Maya and Barat and Lane and I, like what we do is we channel the feedback from this community. And so like, I got to, again, say thank you. No, Big Wise Guy DW is not coming today. I want to say thank you consistently for constructive feedback, for being positive, for the encouragement. And also for, like telling us where it's like, hey, turn left, turn right, focus here, focus there. A few things that we learned over the past few weeks or 9 days or so is just about where everyone is located on the Discord. And, this time at 2 p.m. Doesn't seem to work for everyone. And so there's going to be two things that we're going to make as changes just to try and be more accommodative of everyone's time. We're going to do weekly town halls because we think that the transparency is important, and ultimately we're going to make them more interactive. But we are going to move them from Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is right now, to Thursdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which I think will be better for APAC. It's still late, but also better for Europe. And we are secondarily, just because I think it's super important and respectful on a global level, we're going to move from all of our East Coast time zones to UTC, just so that way everyone can see it, moving forward. The second thing is last week we just didn't know. I'm sorry, RL. There's no winning, right? Like we're trying our best to do what we can to accommodate as many possible people, and as we see it, we will continue to shift around. I know 7 a.m. on the West Coast, not the best, but we have to take into account it's a global community. We're taking the delay on the notes, just down from what it was last week, which we just didn't know. We just knew that so many people were going to come in. We didn't know what to anticipate. Down to I think like a 2-minute delay, and we'll probably take it down to a 0-minute delay at one point. We just need to continue to get our grounding and our footing going. But those were just sort of a few housekeeping sort of things. And as I said in the beginning, oh, hi, Bubbles. I didn't realize you were in the audience. It's nice to see you. I do think that this community is coming together really nicely. And when I talked to Maya and Bharat and Lane about sort of this community, one of the things that was really important to all of us was that it was a positive community, that it was an inclusive community, that it was an engaged community, that we were loyal, that we were able to provide constructive feedback, all of the values that we said last time, right? Like negativity helps nobody. I'm told every day by somebody I'm an asshole somewhere. So like negativity helps nobody, but like telling me, hey, look at how you could do something this way. A great example, if you saw in the comments this earlier today, a community member, BYB747, gave a great suggestion on how to think about valuing the Genesis drop uniquely, and gave a comparison to the Bored Ape Yacht Club. And, to me, that was yes, that was a perfect analogy for how we're thinking about it. We want to make sure that we protect the Genesis, and it's always going to be sort of exclusive, and it will always have value, and it will always have unique access, but at the same time, be exclusive and inclusive, so we are able to build out a larger ecosystem. Ultimately, Bharat said it to me the other day, and I thought it was amazing. I love this idea of this give first mentality. And, as we continue to bring new mods into the Discord, and hopefully you've seen them in the past week, people from Big Wise Guy, even though he only wants to tell me is free DW, or Jingle, or King T, or Spotlong Don, or Chin Man, these are individuals who have self-identified themselves as just incredibly positive and constructive people to the community. And so, we love that they've become mods. And if you're interested in becoming a mod or taking on more of a role in it, we are looking to continue to build this out. And I would ask you to reach out to Maya and Lane together. Okay. Now, we've done a lot over the past week, and we joked that NFT time is not equatable to real life time. And I just would be remiss if I didn't, for our second town hall, celebrate the fact that we're really proud that we got the first artist talk out. And I think that a lot of people really enjoyed that. And the idea of continuously bringing more programming into this Discord is something that, when we talk about Time's evolution to the Web3 ecosystem, but also the Web3 ecosystem's evolution into Time's ecosystem, that's what we want to do. Is we have so much content, we have so much access, we have so many different stories that we could tell and give people, access to. We want to be able to do that sometimes for the community as a whole, and sometimes exclusively for timepiece holders. We took the Inspiration Collection, and it's now on time.com, as you saw, and on both the Genesis Collection and the Inspiration Collection, if you go to time.com/timepieces, you'll see that we've added links to OpenSea. So that way, not only can you look at it on our website, which reaches, by the way, 25 million people, unique visitors a month, but you can go and you can ultimately buy from the website. Hopefully you've seen in the past 2 days, our Twitter strategy continues to evolve. The two areas that, as a community, we're really going to focus the most on it first is, Bubbles, 25 million a month. And by the way, the reason that we are slow to turn on all of our faucets is that the Time ecosystem reaches, not counting press impressions, 100 million people on a monthly basis. Our Twitter feed alone at time.com is 18.3 million people. Just to give you guys context, or gals context, of just what we are working with, and how careful we want to be in terms of setting the foundation of this community before we turn everything on. But we really are going to focus on building out Discord. Silver Cricket, I like that. So Silver Cricket just actually made me smile. So thank you so much. I'm reading the comments just so you know in general as they go through. So if I say something that you don't like, you could just curse me off there, please. But we're going to really invest in making sure that this Discord community is really a value add to you all on a daily basis. We're also going to make sure that the Twitter Timepieces handle is mature.
Answer.
Sorry about that. I was rugged. I was rugged.
Okay.
I was rugged
You're
on
okay
Discord.
there.
Yeah, no, it was our executive chairman calling us. So I just had to put him into voicemail. Don't tell him I said that in front of 300 people. We're going to invest in making sure that Timepieces is matured a little bit more. And then, like today at, Barad, it's 2:00 already. So at 1 p.m. today, if you have a Genesis piece, obviously you were already able to connect your wallet to time.com and receive access to time.com. If you're an inspiration holder, you are able to connect to your wallet to time.com and get access. And if you're a Time Cat, the minting pass holder, the same thing. And last week we had mentioned to people that we're going to vary the time. So the Genesis holder has access through 2023, inspiration through the end of 2022, and the minting pass for the next 6 months. But we just think it's a really cool experience, and we think that it's important that as we sort of evolve from Web 2 to Web 3, that the one thing that is so broken in the Web 2 experience, well, there's a ton of things that are broken, but the one thing that's really broken is the idea that why should you have to always, put in your password or your username to access a site behind a paywall if you have an NFT? And so I love this feature. Bharat loves this feature. We all love this. Maya loves this feature. And so we wanted to make sure that that was implemented immediately. We are going to continue to evolve our programming. Right now, we have who has been confirmed through November 23rd, but that is by no means the only programming that we're going to be doing. There's going to be way more coming, and we'll have more announcements in the coming weeks. We talked a lot about last week the Justin Aversano spotlights. In some of the suggestions, some of the people said, why didn't we plan it out beforehand? And the reality was we didn't know or think about the idea of doing spotlights. It was actually presented to us by Justin and by Andrew Yang when Justin was doing his show. And we did it as a test, and it was so successful in that we now have extended it to all of the artists, and we're talking to all of them. So the idea is that if you collect or you own any of the artists, right, those artists will be able to, provide you with a glimpse into something that they want you to see, or something, HKJC to time.com. You could just connect your wallet. So don't worry about that. If you have a cat or, an inspiration piece or a Genesis piece, and it will remove the paywall. But artist spotlights will go out to everyone. And I don't foresee a scenario based on the conversations we've had with all the artists that there will be any artists that will not. And so, I think that we're just going to start to roll those out as the artists have announcements that they want to make or gifts that they want to give to their specific community. To Apathy, one thing that you may have missed, because I see you live in Asia, is we're going to move the time of this earlier, so that way it's more accommodating to people in APAC and in EMEA. So this is going to move down to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and moving forward, we're going to only refer to times in UTC. The final thing is for the two last things before I hand it over to Barad and to Maya is, we did issue the first POAP, and at the end of this town hall, we're going to issue another POAP, and we're going to constantly be pushing POAPs many different ways, so all of you can get as many as you want, because one of the things that we are going to really focus on is rewarding loyalty and engagement. And then the final is Metapurse has an event called Dreamverse on November 4th in New York City at Terminal 5. And Time is integrated with this event, and every piece from the Genesis collection will be on display at this event. And what makes the event special is a few things. One is it's the first time that the Beeple 5000 Everydays will be unveiled to the public. So if you think about it, it's never been unveiled before. It's the first time it's going to be unveiled. Time is going to have a major display when you walk in of every timepiece from the Genesis collection for every person to see. One of the things that we're talking to them about is not only are we going to do a little programming maybe beforehand in this Discord channel to talk about like what they want to, what their vision is, which is to take NFTs out of the sort of psychological space and move it more into the emotional connection space. And then the other thing is how can we get members of this community discounts into the event? So, that's going to be, things that we're going to do for community members as many times as we possibly can. And so those were my major updates, from the past week. Tomorrow morning, because this is a shortened town hall, between give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I give the exact time. Between 7:30 and 8 a.m. Eastern time. I'm sorry, this will be the last time I use Eastern time, but between 7:30 and 8 a.m. Eastern time, Maya, Bharat, Lane, and I, or one combination of all of us, will all be in the general channel, and we'll answer all questions that we see coming through that we haven't been able to answer today. But more than anything else, I just wanted to say, thank you all so much. We're just a little over a week into this Discord channel, and you could see what a different community it is today than it was 9 days ago. And, I'm just so excited and bullish about where it's going to be in a week to 2 weeks from today. And so, Maya, Bharat, the POAP, by the way, will be issued at the end of this. Lane will put it out there for everyone.
Speaking of POAPs, I think, Bart, you were going to do POAPs.
Yeah. So we still get questions of what is a POAP or POAP. It's short for Proof of Attendance Protocol. It's a digital badge that you can collect after participating in events. We will make it easy for people to get it. So there have been questions about, hey, I can't attend the town hall at a certain time. How could I get it? We'll make sure you one, this is being recorded, so we'll post the recording, and we'll make sure you get the link. One thing I would say there is just claim it. You don't have to move it to Ethereum mainnet and incur gas fees. If you claim it, it's attached to your ETH address. So that's something I wanted you all to know. I know a lot of questions came across regarding that. And also one small announcement today. Right now, anybody who owns a timepiece in their wallet can now connect to time.com. Connect your wallet to time.com, and the paywall should go away. Okay, so for Genesis holders, it's valid until December 31st, 2023. For Inspiration holders, it's valid until end of December 2022, and for TimeCat piece holders, it's until March 31st, 2022. Okay. So
Right, you were rugged, so I think you're gonna have to go back a little.
Oh, I was. Oh
Yeah.
man. Okay.
No.
We got lots
No,
of.
I heard Maya. I heard him fine. I
It's
heard him fine.
in the general too. Okay, so some heard.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So how you sign up, you can go to time.com, click on the sign in, or go to the hamburger menu, you'll see it. But if you click on the sign in the bottom, you'll see purchased timepiece ? Then there's a link, click on that, and then connect your wallet. And that's as simple as it gets, okay? So if you have any issues, DM me. We also created a channel called Tech Chat. Lots of tech discussion and questions. Again, we're dealing with blockchain and Web3 and W3C standards. Would love to have a robust discussion around it. Please use the Tech Chat channel for it. One exciting thing there, Brentley from Ethereum Name Services reached out, and we've been in a good discussion with them, and also the Spruce ID folks who are in this Discord as well, to see how we can sign in with Ethereum and integrate that into time.com as well. So more discussions and updates there. I'll keep you all updated.
Wait, Maya, before you go on one thing, like I just want to point out, we have over
Sure.
500 people in the room right now, and I can't tell you just how special this is to me and to us up here up on stage. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much.
So more information around the next minting and the process and the workflow. I shared some of that last time. And I'm also taking a lot of suggestions from the community, and we're also doing a lot of discovery there. So I'll post more soon in the tech channel for us all. Can I pass it on to you, Maya?
Sure. Hi, everybody. Wow, 500 people. I'm feeling a little intimidated, but I'm so happy you're all here, and I'm so happy you're all here every day. As Keith mentioned, this is our second week of programming with the 2 town halls and our first artist talk. And we're really excited to make this kind of programming a key component for our community as we build the community with artists and art in connection with their collectors at the heart of it. I want to make it clear that everyone can join the town halls every Thursday now, as noted, moving to 10 a.m. Eastern or 2 UTC. Be next Thursday, October 21st. I want to clarify, because some people said that town halls are mandatory, or at least maybe perceived to be mandatory to get the POAP. The POAP link will be in the notes, and there are other ways to get the POAP, attending other events and taking other actions. So we loved having you here, but if you can't make it, we totally understand, and we'll find other ways to get the information out to you. Artist talks are exclusively for timepiece holders, which currently means the Genesis holders, the inspiration holders, and spotlight holders, anyone who owns art. Of course, we love the Time Cats as well, but that utility is really the one time minting pass. And now, thanks to Bharat today, the access to unlimited access to time.com. The next artist event we're super excited about is on October 19th at 6 p.m. Eastern or 10 UTC. It features five artists this time: Perrin, Tim O'Brien, Victor Mascara, Mark Burkhart, and Yvette Hammond, all hosted by Keith and DW, our creative director, and for those who made the first artist talk, Justice for DW. In addition, Big Wise Guy had a suggestion to hold less formal gatherings where everyone can get to know each other better, which we really love and will be working to set up as well. And a couple of you have also mentioned kind of more like focus groups on various elements of what we're doing, and we really like that suggestion as well. So we'll be working to get that done. Keith talked about the spotlight, so I'm going to keep going with the suggestion thing. We are watching that suggestion channel. I know yesterday that there was a comment to, that if we could be in there responding to the suggestions, we need to pull a lot of them out and talk to each other about them and be sure that we're not promising something before we can. But there's so many great suggestions in there. Please keep them coming. Some of the you've already heard some of the ones that we've been doing, and we'll use this forum to say these are the suggestions we're moving forward with. And then also to tell you some of the ones we're considering. So the branded PFP, we know a lot of people want that. We like that too. Integrating some new folks into the next drop, creating more value for Genesis and Red Border holders, and sneak peeks of upcoming drops and building awareness beforehand, as well as more marketing, which Keith also mentioned, which we definitely want to turn on. I hope you're seeing more out of the Twitter handle. We're going to start doing artist spotlights there every twice a day. And just sharing more and more. But so we are, as noted, in our third week, moving as fast as we can and super excited, but know that that we are looking at those suggestions, and we will also be reaching out in DMs to see if you all want to talk one-on-one or if we want to put one of those small focus groups together in order to talk about any of them more. So thank you. And as Keith noted, if you want to be a mod, we have some great new ones this week. We're in conversations with more, but it's still open opportunity. And then next week, we're going to have a gathering of all the new mods and really kind of talk through everything. And so if you want to be a part of that, reach out to Lane and I together ASAP.
So a few things just in the notes that I saw.
If you want to close
Driven
this out.
by. Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Keith, I can
Okay.
hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So a few things that have come up. Somebody asked, where can you find the notes from this town hall? We're going to post them in announcements shortly afterwards. Second thing that came up, and Lane, if you could just write this down. I made this promise in the general chat, and I just don't want to forget it, that we're going to do a special justice for DW POOP that we'll just put at the end of maybe one of our next talks. We just won't tell him until it's done. Okay, and then finally, I guess, as I mentioned in the beginning, we're sorry for the shortened call. We're just sitting down in 4 minutes to have a Timepieces resource conversation, and so only good will come from that. And I want to say thank you so much again to everyone. We will all be on the general Discord channel tomorrow morning. We're going to read all your questions that you put into the Q&A, and we'll be there to answer questions between 7:30 and 8 a.m. Eastern time. The last time I will use Eastern time, I will move to UTC forward. And Lane, do you want to do I'll say thank you to everyone for attending. Do you want to please issue the POOP link?
I will do so. I'm going to put it in announcements and I'll tag everyone.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for attending. I hope we continue to make you proud. Please keep giving the constructive feedback. We love you all so much and appreciate you, being on this crazy cockamamie journey with us. But it is just a lot of fun. So have a wonderful one, everyone. We'll see you later. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thanks.
Thank you all.